Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. SJ Poor here, sitting in Little Face Brewing, Kentucky. Yeah. Hope y'all are enjoying your Homebrew Wednesday, as I am. And I am. Today's been a decent day. I've been tired all week. I feel like I've just not been sleeping quite well. It's been a week. Well, it's been a week. It's been a bunch of weeks. It has. It's been a minute since I've done, as I have a high-pitched voice, it's been a minute since I've done a Homebrew Wednesday video. I believe the last one that I did was when Larry and Andy were out. And at that time, we were in a hurricane. Hurricane Helene had come through, and it didn't spoil us our weekend at all. As you saw from the video, we had a good time. But that was then. We're now in November. We're almost a week away from Thanksgiving. And I went pretty much all of October. I did that video during October. But anyways, and truth be told, it's been well over a month since I've done a Homebrew Wednesday video. This is the Crestwood Kvike. Talked about it in my last video. This is a 10-day IPA. Still going good. Still looking great. Still tasting great. Yes, it's still tasting very good. That is a recipe I need to hold on to. That is a taste morsel, it is. Anyway, so what has gone on over the last little over a month since we last spoke? Well, I flew out to San Diego and gave my last respects to my good friend, Kevin Clements. Josh and I flew out. Josh and Michelle came up from Florida. And of course, I went out from Kentucky and we met up in San Diego. They had a service there for Kevin. That was for family and friends. It was quite an experience. It really was. We had a good time. We had a really good time. I enjoyed my time there. I tell you what, boy, what a family. I mean, what a family. Now, you all have seen Kevin and Christian in the Clements Homebrew videos, reviewing beers and all that. I just want you all to know that what you saw on camera, that is them. That really is them. And that was tough. Saturday was tough. I got a chance to talk to all of Kevin's sisters and his brother and his kids, all three of them. And, Kevin's best friend, from high school on up, would be his version of Lermo 22 to me. And it was good. It was very good. I wish that I could have met them all and talked with them all, with Kevin sitting right next to me. However, that wasn't to be. I do want to make a point. I'm not going to go into too much. But let me tell you what, this family is what families strive to be. They really are. Kevin's granddaughter from his daughter, amazing. This little girl got up, and I don't know how old she is, 8, 10 years old, 8, somewhere in that general area. She's young. But boy, she has a soul. She has a soul. She got up in front of everybody and she she had a little speech and everything and spoke. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I'm trying not to tear up right now. But that little girl expressed more courage than I could ever imagine to have. And I'll let you guys know, this is what I do. I talk to a camera. It's a lot easier for me to talk to a camera. I can do public speaking. Don't get me wrong. I've done it, plenty of times. I have no issues with that. But when it comes to pure emotion, I have a hard time. I'll open the mouth and the words don't come out. Nothing comes out. Brad Pico knows that. When I went to call him and let him know what happened, I couldn't tell him. The words wouldn't come out. So I had to hand the phone over to my wife. Actually, I didn't hand it. She took it. She took the phone and she told Brad about what had happened. So I know that out of me. There are times when, extreme emotion comes across. I can't. It won't come out. And so I wanted to speak, to be able to tell his family and everything how much he meant to myself and brewtubers and YouTubers and the homebrewing community across the world. I wanted to tell his family all of that. The words wouldn't come out. I couldn't do it. So I sat there and I'm running through things in my head, running through my head through all this, the whole service and everything. And his granddaughter got up to speak. And I knew at that point I wouldn't be able to do it. She was so strong. She was so amazing. God, I wish I had that courage. So I think it's Caitlin. If you watch this at all, boy, you've done right. You've raised some beautiful children there, and she's a special one. She is a special one. But anyways, so we moved on from that, got to tour around San Diego a little bit. My God, what a beautiful part of the country. It just truly is absolutely gorgeous there. Josh took me around, Josh and Michelle and Kevin's sister, took me around, and Josh's brothers, which was great meeting them and speaking with those guys. It was a good trip. I mean, if Kevin would have been able, if Kevin was there, he was right here, he'd have said it was a good trip. It's funny. Must be all right. It must be all right because he has not come back to talk to me. So, at least not yet. So we move on from that. It was out in San Diego, went through Kevin's service, and then we had an election here in the United States, and we elected a new former president. So President Trump, former President 45, has won his bid for election in the United States of America as president. And I'm excited to see how, what the future holds for us in this country. I have really good feelings. I'm excited to see how everything turns out. So that's cool. we had an election, and then I had another good friend come out to visit. Mr. Dean and his wife came out, and we did a little bit of a bourbon. It was Fast and Furious weekend. They flew out on Friday, and then they had to fly back home on Sunday. And I couldn't think of a better way to spend my Veterans Day weekend with one of my best friends on this planet, and that's Mike Dean. Mike and Heather are just salt of the earth people, and we had a fantastic time. Did not go overboard at all, and I'm actually quite proud of myself with that. And Heather, if you're watching this, you did a great job. You really did. You hung in there. Because she kept saying, I'm a lightweight. I'm not going to be able to drink with you guys. Well, it wasn't about drinking with us. It was, we enjoyed our time together. It was fun. So we were able to do, we went down to Buffalo Trace and did the tasting down there, which was nice. And of course, we left there with goodies, because that's what you do. You leave there with goodies. And then we went over to Castle and Key. And what a great time we had at Castle and Key. So Mike and I each got ourselves a sampler, right? And a drink. And Mary got a drink and Heather got a drink. And we went out and we sat next to the creek out there. It was a beautiful day. We enjoyed our drinks. Mike and I went through our samplers, and it was so relaxing and just so cool. We just thoroughly enjoyed that whole deal. It was nice. And then we went from there, went over to Whiskey Thief. And if anybody comes out here to visit me, I highly suggest 3 places: Buffalo Trace, Castle and Key, and Whiskey Thief. These are the 3 places that are must visits. And we went from Castle and Key, enjoyed the day there. It was beautiful. I think Mary got a charcuterie or something. And anyways, we went from there, went out to Whiskey Thief. And we managed to get some seats around the bonfire and had our whiskeys. And there was people around and music playing. And we pretty much just did the rest of the evening there, and then actually ended up at a pizza place in Frankfurt for dinner, which I didn't even know they had beers there, which was great. Now that I know that, I knew their pizzas were fantastic. Locals down here in Frankfurt, highly suggest that too if you want pizza. Their brick-fired pizza are righteous. And had a couple beers down there, and then we split ways and got back together Sunday, and they hung out here at Little Face. We had a couple beers and watched some football before Mike and Heather had to catch their flight back to Virginia. And then I had a classmate come out. It would have been that Friday, and I knew she was coming out. Her and her son came out, Sherry and Shane. Sherry came out, and she was texting me, letting me know, hey, we came out, wanted to meet up for a beer. So it was okay. So they were running out of time, and I was like, hey, Whiskey Thief. Got to go out to Whiskey Thief. So I met them out at Whiskey Thief, and we had a blast out there as well. Sat there and enjoyed the people and stuff. And a couple bourbons there as well. So shout out to Sherry and Shane for coming out and gracing us with your presence. It was fun. It was fun. Next time you come out, you need to be right here at Little Face Brewing. I'll have you get you a couple beers. I know I owe Shane a couple. I owe him for sure. And then what else? What after that? They came out, and that pretty much did it. So there was a lot of stuff going on. This is going to be a long video. We had a blast. Last couple weeks have been very eventful. And it's good to be home and just kind of chilling to finish it all off. So that's what I have going on. I have nothing really set up to brew yet. I did get my other brew built glycol chiller. They sent that out. So shout out to More Beer because they followed through and they replaced my glycol chiller. I just need to get everything set up for it. I don't know what I'm going to brew next, but right now on tap I've got the coffee brown. I've got the Crestwood Kvike. I've got a Revolution Stout, and I've got a hard lemonade, all on tap. And I've got Two Dogs Licking and a Saison charging over there for on deck. Oh, the other part is right here, Chubby Mermaid. They had their grand opening while Josh and I were actually out in San Diego. So if you make your way into Florida, right there, that's where you need to go, Chubby Mermaid, and and help out a fellow brew tuber, help out a couple fellow brew tubers. Oh boy, so yeah, I'll have to think of what I'm going to be brewing next. I need to find some neighbors here and start getting them all involved in homebrew as well. You know how it goes. All right, well, I think that's going to do it. Yeah. This is S.J. Porter, Little Face Brewing. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks. Brew beer. Brew wonderful beer. Not only that, but again, hug your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Cherish your friends. Always say I love you, because you never know. That might be the last time. Cheers, everybody.